But I thought we shared the ball extremely well today with 21 assists and only 9 turnovers. Nigel Pack had 9 assists, a terrific job. We have 6 guys in double figures offensively. We rebounded the ball well, 42 to 26 in that category. And, you know, we end up with a plus 30, 93 to 63. So I thought our defense in the first half was critical. We only gave up 19 points. And that's really a good job. So, questions?
Jim, as we head to Charleston for more competitive play, since the beginning of the season, what are you more pleased with and what are you more disappointed with?
I wouldn't say disappointed. I just know we still have a long ways to go where I'd like to be defensively. You know, we gave up 19 points in the first half. That's a really good job. We gave up 44 in the second half. Not so good. So the consistency at the defensive end of the floor is our primary goal. I'm most pleased with that we're sharing the ball pretty regularly. We do take some ill-advised shots at times, but I think overall we're doing a good job of sharing.
You talk about your three-point shooting too. You guys were pretty, 60% I think in the first half, 52 overall.
Yeah, we're a good shooting team. I mean, and we got good shots. They sat in the zone for a good portion of the game, and when they do, if we move the ball, we can get an open look, and we have different guys who can make it. Brandon went 2 for 3, Matt went 3 for 4, Jalen went 2 for 4, Nigel went 2 for 4, AJ went 3 for 3, and Jalil went 2 for 4. So that's a lot of different guys making three-point shots, and against the zone, that's what you concern yourself with, that they spread the floor and you're able to make shots.
Are you any closer to, you had said it's going to be kind of an ongoing, you have so many parts and so many pieces that can work together. Are you any closer after game 3?
The one thing I was very impressed with, Austin Schwartz's defense. When he came in, now he played 12 and a half minutes, did not make a shot, but he had three assists, was a +4. But what I'm interested in him is becoming a better defender, and I think he did. Now he didn't get any credit for rebounding, but Divine did. Divine is tough, isn't he? Going
Yes.
to the basket
Double
and making
figures.
those layups.
Yeah.
So we'll see as we step up in competition. The size of the athlete, the speed of the athlete, the skills of the athlete. We'll see this weekend, you know, how we stack up.
What do you know about, Drake? We know Drake from a couple years ago. How?
New coach, a lot of new players.
Mhm.
So
Jim, what do you make of Brandon's performance offensive? I know you've talked so much about his all.
yeah, he scored 1,000 points for his career. He's just a very good, versatile player. He plays the 4, he plays the 5, he handles the ball versus a press. He can shoot the 3. He's our leading rebounder almost every day in practice. He had 8 rebounds today. He's our leading rebounder again. So Lynn had 5 and Matt had 7. That's good for more starters. We need the guards to rebound more. I like that Divine got 4.
I want to ask about AJ. Not as much as was talked about him coming in. What has he shown you, and has he been more of an impact than you thought?
No, I felt like AJ was one of those veteran players who plays multiple positions.
Mm-hmm.
We played him today. He subbed first at the 2, then he moved to the 3, and his last appearance was at the 4.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a guy that you can utilize him at different positions, it really helps. And I think he's a great teammate. Like, he knows how to play, shares the ball, he defends really well. Got called for a couple of fouls that will happen, but he's a good defender.
Jim, throughout these 3 games, and we saw it again today, just how have you liked the lineups without Lynn in there? So you mentioned Brandon at the 5, but with Paul at the 3, 4, whatever, Matt in there. Just, you touched on AJ, but just how's it look to
I
you?
think we don't know yet because we haven't played against, the 6'10s, the 6'11s, the 7-footers. We're getting ready to, so we'll find out pretty quickly.
Is Drake a tall team? Do they have?
I just finished playing Coppin.
I know. Well, I know, but you know everything. You seem
What
to
about
know
Kyrie Ewing? And how far away is he?
He's making progress, so he's actually working on his skills. His thumb is protected. We're working on his right hand, working on his conditioning, working on his ball handling.
He'll be a big plus when he's healthy.
Thank you, I agree with you. Yeah.
Couple more?
Coach, you started Matt over AJ today. What was
Not
your
over
thought on
AJ.
that?
Matt was in the starting lineup until he got a concussion. I talked with AJ, he understood completely. And AJ, you look at his minutes, what he's been playing, he played half the game, he played 16 and a half minutes, so that's kind of what we're looking for. You know, a starter playing 25 and a sub playing 15.
One more?
Just with Matt offensively, with a new group of guys this year compared to last year, and he's touched so much about, you know, where you're playing him and where his shots will come from. We saw today. How do you envision him offensively finding his shots and more effective? I would assume?
Well, first of all, we're playing him at the 3, and today in the last game we had to move him to the 4 because of circumstance. Secondly, he's an excellent three-point shooter, so if he gets open looks, we expect he'll knock them down at a high rate. But his best asset is he's a gazelle. He can run like a deer and get to the rim and get layups. And he's rebounding very well right now. So if he can get his layups and his threes and rebound, he's going to have a terrific senior year.
All right.
Just what do you think of Nigel's dunk attempt you talked about?
Yep. See ya.
Matt, can you talk about how you feel you're playing this year? What's different from last year, and also what do you expect now coming up with Drake? I know you had experience with Drake before.
This year so far, I feel like I'm playing well. I'm really just now getting back in like a groove of things after missing like 3 weeks, and my teammates and coaches have done a great job of helping me get back to a good place of confidence and feeling like I'm at my highest level. And this tournament is a good test for us with Drake to start out, the new coaching staff, but they run a lot of good plays, so our defense will really be put to the test, and our teamwork as well at adversity.
How eager are you guys to, not to diminish the teams you've played already, but you're going into a stretch now where there are a lot of really good opponents who played in the tournament. What's your team's mindset for both of you, I guess?
I would just say defense on the defensive side of the ball. We know we can score. All the guys can score. So our biggest focus is defense. We know we're playing higher caliber players that can make more shots. So the defensive side of the ball has been going to be a big emphasis in the upcoming games.
Brandon, how do you feel about the upcoming games?
I'm excited. With our stretch of games coming up, it'll help us learn what we need to do better. It can help us gel together more with the stretch of games that we do have coming up after the tournament, like Arkansas, Clemson, and someone else, Tennessee. So I think this would be a good test for us.
Matt, what do you think about how your team played defensively today? And maybe you could compare the first and second halves.
I think we played well. We knew coming in they were a dribble drive team, trying to really set a lot of ball screens and ISO. So we knew our one-on-one defense was going to be huge, and I feel like we did a great job of not allowing them to get downhill like they wanted, and not allowing the shooters to really get going early. So I said the first half we did a good job of not letting them get a lot of confidence going in. In the second half, it dipped a little bit, but I still thought it was good overall. But we can definitely get a lot better.
Matt, when you spoke earlier, you said you feel like you're just kind of getting back into things or whatever. Can you explain what that means in terms of where your feel is and maybe where it wasn't and to where you're at now?
I just felt rusty, just playing at a high speed that they're playing at, and the good practices that they had, just coming in and getting back up to speed. So my biggest thing was just getting back in the flow of a game, and just really the practices and games that my teammates have helped me get back there.
Is it hard mentally when you're coming in off a concussion, and stuff like that? Is it hard to just throw your body full speed into the game? Did you find that you start off a little tentative and you have to work your way back into the confidence?
Definitely a little bit. Definitely on the defensive side of the ball more, just trying to be physical and guarding. But I think that my teammates as well, coaches, have done a good job of easing me back into things, the steps that they've taken to get me back into things. So I feel like I'm feeling good now.
Brandon, we saw you eight shot attempts today. Was there anything different today in terms of that, and maybe how you're fitting in? As Matt mentioned, you guys got plenty of scores, but you talk about maybe today and offensively.
I don't think it's any different. I just had open shots and I took them. What I do going into the games, I play off of the players that we already have. Like, we got good guys that can score, so I try to do what I can to help the team win. So my 8 shots were open, and I thought they were all good shots for me.
What do you think of the team offensively across the whole game? Just what would you
I think we're great. We moved the ball well. We play together. There's no jealousy. We all want to see each other succeed. So I think it'll help us as the year goes on.
We've seen in these first few games play at the 5 a little bit. When Lynn's out, just how do you feel like that is, and maybe what you've seen with that look?
I think it's pretty cool. I can defend the 5. I can give trouble to the other team playing the 5. I feel like we move the ball flowingly. Just when I'm at the 5, it makes it hard for other teams, and I think it's going to help us in the long run too.
Matt, I want to ask, just how does the team feel different to you from last year? What so far? I know it's early, but how do you evaluate this team compared to last year's team?
The first thing I'll say, I think we're a lot deeper. All 4 of the freshmen can really score, and they're still getting comfortable. They're still getting used to this level. But when all of them get comfortable, like all of them can play at this level and play at this level at a high level. So I feel like the first thing is we're a lot deeper, and I feel like we're communicating more of an older team, mature team. So I feel like that's a good thing. I feel like as the year goes on, we'll become a lot better defensively, just knowing like that's the side of the ball that we really have to get better at.
One more?
I'll ask Brandon a question. Your shoes today, kind of the shoes you've been wearing these first few games. Can you explain it and how much you're kind of enjoying that part of this?
Oh yeah, so the shoes I wore today, I got them from here. I thought they were pretty cool, so I decided to wear them. My pink shoes, I saw everybody talking about those. My friend makes custom shoes for like everybody throughout the country, like and NBA players too. So any shoe I buy, I might just give it to him, let him do his thing, and he makes great shoes.
Those are the ones with the initials on them?
Yep, and palm trees and stuff, yeah.
Do you have more on the way that you're thinking of?
No, not really. I feel like those are a lot for me. Like, I don't really like attention, and I got a lot of attention, so.